guys, welcome to my channel. If you guys are new here, my name is Alison and welcome to my channel. So for today's video, I am doing a back to school / my everyday makeup look, and school has been far away from me and I don't know how it feels to go back to school now because it has been a while, but this is some basic makeup that I do for every day, and I go to work, I go grocery shopping, or I just want to look more decent but yet very natural and minimalistic makeup on my face. So I believe this video would be less than 10 minutes. Probably it would just be around 5 minutes because how minimal of a makeup that I put on my face, but yet it still make you look decent. So if you guys are interested what are the makeup look that I do on my everyday makeup look, then let's keep on watching. So realistically, I like to put my hair up before I do my makeup so nothing is on my way. Okay, so start with the base. I am using my Beggar Under Eye Brightening Corrector. This is my holy grail product. I use it every day to apply before my makeup. So this really helped me cancel out the dark circle before applying any foundation and concealer. And then for the face primer, I am using my Ole Harrison Banana Bright Face Primer. So primer, it really depends what kind of foundation you put on top of your skin and to choose your primer, if that makes sense. Because some primer, it doesn't go well with some foundation texture, so you really have to know what texture of foundation you're using that day to use a different primer. So usually I like to do my makeup with foundation first and then my concealer, but because I'm using a powder foundation, so I have to go in with the liquid. So I'm gonna apply my concealer first and then set it, and then I'll go with the powder. So the concealer that I'm using today is from Catrice Liquid Camouflage High Coverage Concealer, and I have this in the shade 20 Light Beige. So this item is actually in my project pan. If you guys haven't checked it out on my channel, I'll link it up here. And what project pan is really just gather all the makeup item that you have. You want to set a goal for yourself to use it up by this year, and then you give your audience an update on what your progress and what you don't like and what you're gonna add in because of the items that you already finished. So I'll say it's a really fun project because it really just motivated me to finish up my product. And this year, actually this is the year that I finished most of my makeup product. I never finished any makeup product, but because of this project pen, it really helps me to keep myself focused on the product that I want to use it up before it goes bad. So for concealer, I like to blend it with a beauty sponge because it's just really easy to blend it and there's no hustle. And for the rest of the product, I usually like to just blend it around my nose area because where I get the redness from allergy. And then I will just set it with a loose setting powder because I do have oily skin, so I have to make sure my foundation or concealer, it does not move throughout the day. So the loose setting powder that I'm using today is from Kylie Cosmetics Translucent Powder, and I like to use my sponge to dab it in to the product and lightly tap it underneath my under eye, as close as the lash line as possible. And then the rest I would just dab it on the eyelid because I do have oily eyelid. So usually right here I would just let it set for about a few seconds. And then I would just lightly blend the translucent powder. And then now I'm going with the base. So for the foundation today, I'll be using this Aqua Surance Compact Foundation. So I have this shade in Natural. So this compact powder is from JCat, and I've been using this for most of the time this month because how easy and how nice the coverage that it gives you. And the way that I like to apply this compact foundation is using a big foundation brush. So this brush is from Tarte, and I'm just gonna leave the name down below because I wasn't sure what kind of brush is it, but this is just like the big fluffy brush that I would use to get this foundation onto the face. And the reason I'm using this brush because it just really takes you a few seconds to finish up the foundation makeup onto your face. And the reason I love this foundation compact because it just kind of blurs out your imperfection, make it really smooth. And I just love the coverage that it gives you, but the only downside is it only comes in a few shades, which is sucks. I know like Kathleen Lights talk like about on this foundation compact on her channel, like the foundation range, it sucks because how come there's only like a few shades for a compact foundation? But luckily this shade, it kind of matched my skin tone. It might be a little slightly darker than my nail color, but I can still work this in during the summertime. So I'm lucky that this shade, it just worked perfectly onto my skin. And as for everyday makeup look, I don't like to put too much foundation on top of the face because when I go to work or if you go to school, I'm not sure how long your class gonna be, but for me at work, it's gonna take me about 8 hours of wear of this foundation. So I don't want something that is super heavy on top of the skin because you're just not gonna feel comfortable while you're working. So I want something that is very lightweight yet it still give me a very nice coverage and natural finish, which is what I've been looking for on a foundation nowadays because of how long the foundation you're gonna be wearing throughout the day. But as you guys can see, the foundation is done. It's a very light coverage, I would say, because there's a lot of imperfection on the face. I am not tend to cover it up because this is me and I don't want to put too much layer on top of the skin to give it more layers on top and feels heavy. And the main point is I want my skin to be able to breathe underneath this foundation. Okay, now that the foundation is done, and I would go with a bronzer. So this bronzer is from Too Faced. This is their Bake Luminous Glow Bronzer, and these days I have been wearing this a lot lately because of a summer tan that I have, and I want to get to use this product before it's winter time. So I would just use like a Morphe M551 brush, a big fluffy brush, and I like to dab it on towards to the bronzer side and then just slightly give some contour onto the face, just make your face look slimmer. Do you guys see the instant result? This side is a lot slimmer than this side. So bronzer is something that I would wear over a blush. I mean, I would still wear a blush, but if I have to choose between the two, I will be going with a bronzer. And I remember when I was in high school, I do not wear any makeup at all because I don't know what makeup is, and until I am in college and then start to discover makeup. So in my high school year, I never wear any makeup, and in my college year, I start to wear minimal makeup. And now that I'm working, it just now that it's set to like a set of makeup that I use for everyday makeup look, and it's very easy. I know what I want, and then I know how to look decent without using a lot of products on top of the face. So now the bronzer is done. Now I'm gonna go with blush. I've been loving this blush these days because of my tan, and I like something that is more bright color. So I'm using this Tom Ford Sheer Cheek Duo in Be Coastal. I'm not sure is that how you pronounce the name. So there's one side with the blush color and one side with the highlighter, and the highlighter is obviously it's more of a pink tone. But what I usually do, I would just go with a fluffy blush brush and just dab it on the middle side, roll it over, and you guys can see it's very intense on brush right now, so I'm just gonna just tap off and apply it on very lightly. And the reason that I'm doing a very minimal makeup because in real life, you really don't have time. So at my college time, I only have time to do my homework at late night till the morning. So actually there's not much time for me to get ready. And for me, I do have to have my brow every single day. So I use all my time to get ready for my brows instead of having my skin, my concealer on. So a minimal makeup routine is really important. So actually I do a lot of minimal makeup during my college year, and now that I go to work, I do a lot less because there's just no time for you to get ready in the morning. So it's a little intense on the blush. I'm just gonna blend it out with a clean brush. Little tips for you guys if you have heavy hand for your blush or bronzer, you guys can go with a clean brush to blush it off. So after the blush, I like to go with a highlighter, and recently I just did a Sephora haul, and this is a new highlighter I want to try out today. So this is a Benefit highlighter in Koki, and this is really gorgeous. I'm so excited to try this out. So basically I just put it on the high points of the cheeks and my nose area, and always go with the highlighter onto my cupid bow just to give it more 3D look. And then now I'm gonna go in with my Supergoop Shimmer Shade SPF 30. This is in the shade First Light. So recently I just discovered this product. I also talked about it on my favorites video last month. I just realized your eyelid also need the SPF. So while you're doing your sunscreen on your face, you normally don't apply it on top of your eyelid, but this item is just really genius. It thinks of your eyelid that it needs the SPF as well. But the main reason that I would purchase this item is because it just kind of lift up your whole eye look. So this color is a very nice color tone that it matches nicely on my skin tone. And while you're putting SPF on top of your eyes, it looks like you did a lot of work on your eyelid as well because of the shimmer shades that it gives you. It looks very natural finish, yet it just lifts up your eye look. So this item, it also saved me a lot of time because you don't have to go with the brush and apply your eyeshadow, yet it still gives you SPF. So as you guys can see, I don't do my eyebrow and my eyelash first because I already have them done. I have it microbladed, but I haven't touched up it yet. So I need something to boost up my eyebrow look. But for me, this step is only if I have time to go in with my eyebrow. But usually for my Monday to Friday work, I normally just ignore it and just either have my natural microbladed brow on without touching it up because I just don't need that really bold brow look. And the whole reason for microblading, it just helped me save a lot of time to do my brows. Now that I am doing a video, I'm just gonna touch up a little on my microbladed brow just to give a more intense color. Okay, now the brow is done. Touch up, it only takes me 2 minutes, so I'm glad I did a microbladed. I highly recommend if you guys have the money to spend, invest it on your brows. And as you guys can also see, my lashes, they're naturally lifted because I did a lash lift. It also really helped me save time, and normally when I go to work, I just don't put on any mascara because it looks very natural. And the place that I go, I really recommend you guys to try out because they know how to do on Asian lashes. The first time I did it was a lady that she's American, and I don't see any difference until I put on a mascara. But this girl I went with, she really did a good job on my lash lift because naturally every day I'm looking at my lashes, they're just give me a very nice curl. And without mascara, it still looks like you have lashes on top. So this is really amazing. I normally don't do mascara, but in front of the camera, I can do it with you guys. And just to give you a more real-time makeup look without anything that you have pre-made on your face. So my Holy Room mascara right now is a drugstore brand. This is a CoverGirl Exhibitionist, and I got this in the black color. So the lashes is done, and normally I wouldn't do any lipstick, or sometimes if I have like extra 5 to 10 minutes, I would just line up my lip. So usually if I don't want to think of what lip liner I would be using, then I would just go with the Charlotte Tilbury Iconic Nude because this color, it matches a lot of my lipstick. And today I'm just trying out a new lipstick I got from a Sephora VIP sale. This is the YSL lip stain, water stain in 616. This is also my first time trying it out, so let's see how it goes. Last step, I'm gonna spray it with my MAC Matte Fix Plus. This is a replacement bottle because that bottle, it just sucks, so I have to replace it into my empty bottles that I finished up. Okay guys, so this is the final makeup look here, and on a normal day this will only take me about 10 to 15 minutes if I'm doing it without a video, talk through video. But this is like my everyday makeup look that it looks like I'm put together. It's minimal. It might be not minimal for you guys, but for me, I want like something that it looks presentable on my face, yet still is very minimalistic and quick. And the whole point of having this everyday makeup look is very minimal. It takes you less time, still looks like you put together. So I hope you guys did learn some steps or some techniques and some item that I use in this minimal makeup look. And this is a really good like everyday makeup for back to school makeup look. So if you guys enjoy watching this video, please give me a thumbs up to support your girl here, and also subscribe down below, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Bye!